Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Today is going to be my mid-year makeup inventory. I do this twice a year, once at the beginning of the year, once in the middle of the year. I find this a very interesting video to film and just to, I don't know, look at the numbers as I go through. The whole point of this is just to keep track of my collection. Being that makeup items are generally small, sometimes it's easy to have a lot of it and not realize exactly how much you have. So this is all about counting things up, comparing to where I was 6 months ago, and my thoughts on all of that. So before I get started, let's talk about the tea of the day. The tea of the day is from a brand called Art of Tea. I'm pretty sure I've told you about this tea before. This is their Orchid Oolong, and it is a delicious flowery oolong. Oh my goodness, that hits the spot today. Num num num. I do have pictures of all the different categories. I'll be putting those up on screen. Maybe I should scoot over as much as possible to give room for pictures. I don't know. Maybe I'll put them up. I don't know. I'll put the pictures up. In any case, there'll be pictures up. Let's start with my sunscreen category. So I do count this in my makeup category since I do wear them quite often as primers. And in January I had 6, and right now I have 8. I'm pretty happy with that number. I've had a whole bunch of new ones come into my collection. I do regularly try to use up sunscreen. I wear it every day, so that number doesn't bother me. I will make sure and get through those. Primer. In January I had 3, now I only have 2. I used one up. Hooray! Not a very exciting category for me. Eye primer, in January I had 2, now I have 1. Again, I used one up. Very exciting. Glitter glue, in January I had 1. I still have 1, the same one. I don't really think you need more than 1. If you find one that you like, just 1 is fine. I really like the one from NYX. Okay, for foundation, I do have my foundation and BB cream split up into different categories. So foundation, in January I had 5, now I have 4, and I believe that's from decluttering. That's why I went down 1. I don't believe I finished 1. And then same with the BB CC cream category, I had 4 in January and now I'm down to 3. Although I do believe I used 1 up in that category. Concealers, in January I had 4, now I'm down to 3. I did use 1 up, that was very exciting. It takes me a long time to go through concealer. So only 3 concealers left in my collection. Color correctors, I currently don't have any. I didn't have any in January either. Powder foundation, same thing. I'm at 0 currently. I didn't have any in January. Loose powders. I have 3 loose powders. I had 3 in January. It's the same 3. I need to figure out what to do. I think with the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder, I don't ever use it. ever. Whenever I use loose powder, it's to set my makeup. And I feel like the Halo Glow powder is supposed to give you the whole glowy set face. I haven't yet figured out how to use it. I don't know. Moving on to pressed powder, I had 2 in January and I still have 2, the same 2. Powder bronzer, same thing. I had 2 in January, I still have 2, and it is the same 2. Cream bronzer, this has changed. I did have 1 at the beginning of January. I have since decluttered that one. It was just the wrong shade for me. I'm gonna give it to a friend. So right now I do not have any cream bronzers. Powder highlights, in January I had 7, now I have 8. I have been slowly expanding my highlighter collection. It's been getting a little bit bigger. But I don't think that number is wild or out of control. Cream and liquid highlighter, at the beginning of January I had 3, now I have 5. Same, I don't think that is out of control. One of those I'm actively trying to use up, actually a couple of those. So yeah, I'm fine with that number currently being up 2 from January. Powder blush, we're getting into some interesting categories now. Are you guys ready? Powder blush. I guess this category isn't that crazy. So in January I had 11. Right now I have 10. I didn't use 1 up, so I must have decluttered 1. I went back and looked at my previous pictures to see where that blush went, because I know I didn't use 1 up, and I had given it to a friend. It was a pretty blush, I just wasn't using it. But since I hadn't missed it at all, I had completely forgotten that happened. That shows me that it was a good decision to declutter that blush, because I haven't even thought about it. Okay, so now cream blush. This is the category that isn't one of my very favorites. I let myself try different cream blushes, try the different formulas and colors. It's one of the categories that brings me a lot of joy just to try. So in January I had 28 and now I have 33. So yes, I acknowledge that is a lot of cream blush. But again, it's not a product category that I'm worried about, just because I'm kind of minimalistic in a lot of categories. So I allow myself to go at it with blush. I love it. So anyway, right now I'm at 33. And oh, this is a new category that I added in since last time. I realized I should have face palette category. So I have one item in this category. That is the e.l.f. Blush palette. And the whole reason that's in the face palette category now is because I realized that has a cream highlighter in it. So that really should be in a separate category. Before I was just counting it in with my blushes. So now I have one face palette. Setting sprays in January, I had 6. I'm down to 5 now, so I did use one up. Yay. Lipsticks. So I'm counting these differently. For the past couple of years, I've just been counting bullet lipsticks in this category. Now I'm including lipstick-like products. So anything like chubby lipsticks, like the ones from Clinique, or for instance, this type of product from Undone Beauty, anything that's lipstick like this, I'm counting in the lipstick category. So in January, I had 18. Now I'm counting 26. So 26 lipsticks. Lip liner in January, I had 12, and now I'm down to 11. I haven't finished up any lip liners. I'm currently working on one. The whole reason I went down is because one completely dried up. It was like impossible to use, so I had to declutter it. So now I'm down to 11 lip liners. Lip gloss. This is a category I am so happy about, and I'm doing so much better in this category. So in January, I had 27. Now I'm down to 22, which is fantastic. I have been using up lip glosses. I know a couple of those numbers that have gone down were a couple declutters, just old glosses that had gone bad, but I have been using up lip glosses and I have been doing my best to resist buying new ones. That is a category that I love to try new things, just like cream blush. So I do consistently buy new lip gloss, but lately I've been really trying to hold back just so I can focus more on using up some of my oldest things, especially lip glosses from like 2020. They're now 2 years old, so those are the ones I'm especially focusing on. Happy to be using some of those up, and happy to see that number going down. Lip oils in January, I had 7, and I still have 7, although it's not the same 7. I've been using those up a lot as well. I'm using my lip oils as like nighttime lip treatments, so same number but different 7. And then liquid lipstick, in January I had 3, and I still have 3, the same 3. And then I have like an other lip product category. This is where I put everything that doesn't really fit into other categories, things like lip stains, lip vinyls, just random categories of lip products. In January, I had 12, and now I'm down to 9. And I think that number went down not because I used things up, but because I was moving them around in other categories, like the chubby lipstick things, for instance. Lip balms in January, I had 5, and I still have 5. I do believe I used one up and got another one. So again, 5, but not the same 5. Ooh, eyeshadow palettes. I thought this was really interesting. So in January, I had 34. And now I have 33. That really surprised me. I mean, I have not been letting myself buy a whole lot of palettes this year. I think I have purchased 3 so far this entire year. So I was actually expecting that number to go up, but I had completely forgotten. I had given some to friends. I had decluttered a little bit, and I had completely, again, not missed those products. So again, that shows me that it was a good decision on my part to pass those items along. I had completely forgotten about them. So I'm actually down 1 in the palette category. Again, that just surprised me. Powder eyeshadow singles. This is another category that I love to try new things. So in January, I had 141 powder eyeshadow singles. Now here in June, I have 147, and that is from Depotting, actually. Like, I don't think I have purchased powder singles. I don't believe I have. I think that's from Depotting from palettes, or maybe like prepackaged singles into this category. So anyway, that's up by 6. Then we get into packaged singles, and this doesn't include creams. I put that in a separate category. This is just powdered packaged singles. In January, I had 9, and now I'm down to 3, and that's just from Depotting. I find that I tend to reach for them more often if they are in my singles collection. So if I can depot them, I try to. Okay, so now we get to my cream and liquid shadows. Now this is another category. I love to try new things. I love these. So in January, I had 49. Now here in June, I have 54. So the number's gone up by 5, which I think is fine for over the past 6 months, considering that's a category that, like blush, I like to try new things. Cream eyeshadow sticks, I had 8 in January, and I still have 8. I think it's the same 8. Not positive, but I think it is. Mascara, ooh, this is a category I'm doing a little better in. In January, I had 14 mascaras, 4 of which were open, the rest were backups. Now I still have 4 open, but it's a different 4, and I have 12 mascaras. So the number has gone down a little bit, which is good. That's too many. I don't need that many backups. Eyeliner, I had 7 in January, and now I'm down. No, not down. I'm up to 9. I had a couple new ones come in. And then eyebrow products, oh, kind of the bane of my existence. It takes me forever to use up eyebrow products, and I feel like right before I cut off all of my beauty subscription boxes, I got a lot of eyebrow products in like Ipsy and such. So I have a ton of eyebrow products to use up right now. For me, a ton. So I had 8 in January. I still have 8. I'm working on the same 8. And that is it for my makeup inventory. I'm feeling really positive. Yes, there are a couple categories that have gone up, but they are the categories that I expected to go up, like cream eyeshadows, for instance, and cream blushes. Other categories are maintaining, and I know I'm working on them, and other categories actually went down. So yes, I am very pleased with my mid-year inventory. We'll see how I do for the latter half of the year. Historically, starting about now through the end of the year is when I tend to want to buy all the things. So we'll see how I do. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this update. I really appreciate all of your support on my channel, and I will see you again very soon in the next one. Bye.